Steve Harvey always encourages anyone who has a big dream to do one big thing, and that is to take a jump. And today, I'm taking that leap of faith to start my YouTube channel. So, how do I intend to start and also grow this YouTube channel? I have just only 4 pointers. And the first one, which is so obvious, is to start. I don't know how many excuses are built in my brain, but every single day I've been having as 1,000 excuses as possible for not recording the first YouTube video. And at the end of the day, I'm 100% sure I'm not only alone, not only from starting YouTube channel, but also for anyone starting maybe another kind of business, because we are so obsessed with fear or so scared that so many people will judge us. But at the end of the day, I want you to be assured of one thing: whether you start something, people will talk. Whether you don't start something, still people will always talk. But also, there's one guarantee: if you don't start something, you are guaranteed that you will have zero progress. So it is about time we stop to procrastinate so many things and we choose to start. Trust me, it has not been an easy journey for me to start recording this wonderful video, but at the end of the day, I've chosen to take that leap of faith and start, and I hope you guys will join me on this wonderful journey. And point number 2 is fail fast. And the best example we'll use here is SpaceX. If you look at the level of achievement, it's not because they have been extremely only perfect, but it's because SpaceX has allowed themselves to fail as many times as possible, but also to fail as often as possible. So at the end of the day, it's all about experimentation. If you cannot experiment, then you are already going towards perfectionism. But remember, perfectionism limits experimentation. And if you cannot experiment, you can never have a chance to make mistakes, but also to learn from those mistakes. So it is a choice that I've made, that I'm going to experiment. Of course, we shall be focusing more on how to create wealth or building wealth, but don't be surprised when you find me talking about planets, animals, or rockets, because I want to experiment as many things as possible and also learn as many things as possible. And that takes me to point number 3, which will be constant learning and constant improvement on a daily basis. Look, if you are not ready to make mistakes in anything that you're doing, it's as a venture or a business, if you're not willing to make as many mistakes as possible, then you're not ready to pursue that particular vision of yours. But here, I'm ready to make as many mistakes as possible, but also learn as many things as possible. Because look, I'm very new to YouTube, but in YouTube world, there are so many things I don't know, and I'm willing to make sure that I learn on a daily basis. There are things like storytelling, editing, thumbnails, titles, or even you can go as far as how comfortable are you in front of a camera. But it's until you allow yourself to make those mistakes, it's until you allow yourself to be uncomfortable, that is the only way you have a possibility or you have a shot at making it to the vision that you want to achieve. And that one takes me to number 4, and that is thinking long term. For any entrepreneur out there, or for anyone who has ever done anything that is of value to them, the assumption is always, I have this wonderful dream and I can see achieving the dream very soon. But on average, that's not how things happen. Success takes time. And I'm coming to YouTube well knowing that indeed success on YouTube will take time. So, how do I intend to do it? One is to be as consistent as possible. And that's where I need you to join my team, because without you, then this YouTube channel will be extremely useless. So how do you join? Join the family by subscribing, but also I'm so eager to start teaching you what I know when it comes to finance. But at the same time, I also want to learn as many things from you as possible. And the only way we can do that is through the comment section. So these wonderful videos that I'll be putting in, please feel free to subscribe, but also feel free to comment. And best of all, feel free to share with your loved ones. But for anyone who wants to start something that is of value, the only way you're guaranteed to lose is by you quitting. So when we start this channel, I hope not to quit, of course, but also it is a word of wisdom to everyone out there that if you have a dream, please start it, but be a long-term thinker, because long-term thinking allows you a lot of time not to think about quitting.